Welcome back to Pokemon Scarlet. It is 1 AM. I'm about to try and find out how we get to the Pokemon League. We are probably severely underleveled for it. I don't care. I want to try anyway. Alrighty. I'm sure we can find the quest marker on the map. There's us. Is it really not gonna tell us? Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, if it really doesn't appear on the map and we just have to guess, that's gonna be dumb. Loading screen. Onward, cried on. Motherfucker, you have any idea who you're dealing with? Prepare to be obliterated. Do not dare step in my path. Anyway. Now that there's no more low-class Pokemon getting in our way. What the? Well, at least I didn't encounter them. Thank you, Fletchlings, for being nice. I can always count on a Fletchling. Also, apparently, I've heard, apparently there's gonna be DLC or something, and I don't know if I'll cover that or not, but apparently people theorize the DLC is gonna be like a revisit to Kalos, and if that's true, oh my god. I doubt it, but Kalos was the first region I ever explored. Pokemon Y was my first game. I loved it then, and I love it now. Aw, they play Pokemon Center music here. I like what Emperor Platinum did, where even though you were technically at a Pokemon Center, it still played Pokemon League music. So is it just silence, or is there actual music? It's just the sound of the wind, wow. Ominous. I kinda like it. Hello, Ethan. So, this is it. You've decided to face the Pokemon League. The final test you must pass to become a champion is held here in this building. I wish you the best of luck from the bottom of my heart, Ethan. I look forward to meeting you again soon. So, I don't know if it's just memes, or if certain characters are actually part of the Pokemon League, but I may or may not have been spoiled on one or two members. Are you ready to face the Pokemon League's champion assessment? Hoo boy! I don't know, but I'm gonna say yes. Let's see here. Ethan from Naranja Academy, is it? It appears you have a total of 8 gym badges. Very well. You may now proceed to the interview room. Interview? Is this going on TV? will I be famous canonically. Thank you for coming today. Please do have a seat. It all started when I was born. I, Rika, will be your interviewer. Let's get started with the first portion of the champion assessment. We begin with the interview. First things first, let me see how many gym badges you have. Excellent, you have all 8. Next, I'd like to ask you a few questions if you wouldn't mind. Please, think carefully as you may automatically fail the interview depending on your answers. Let's begin. How did you get here today? I rode on my Pokemon. Very good, very good. Please tell me the name of the school you are enrolled in. Naranja Academy. Ah, that's right. So, what brings you to the Pokemon League today? I came to become a champion. Yes, indeed. Why else would you be here, I suppose? Now, what do you intend to do if and when you become a champion? So, if the questions are preset, it would be, I want to find treasure. So, just to be safe, I'll probably do that. However, if it's not, like, if all of these are the right answer, I want to become even stronger would probably be the one. I know it's unrealistic, but ever since I was little, ever since I first got into Pokemon, my dream was to be, like, the Pokemon master. I remember when I was little, I wanted to, like, when I found out there are more Pokemon games, because for some reason when I first got into them, I thought there was only one. I know, I was stupid. But I wanted to, like, complete the Pokédex in every game. It's never gonna happen, but yeah, that used to be my dream when I was little. I want to find treasure. I see, interesting. Tell me, which of the 8 gym badges gave you the most difficulty? Oh, I don't remember. I don't fucking remember these locations. Hoo boy. How do I answer this? Maybe it was here? I see. Oh no. Oh no. I'm wrong. I know it. I see. That concludes this interview. One of the staff will let you know the results. Thank you again for your time. Now, please excuse me. How'd that happen? Also, geez, my eyes are like really watering now. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, regarding the results of the interview portion of your champion assessment, I'm sorry to say you didn't pass. You can take the champion assessment as many times as you want. I hope you come back for another try soon. Okay, I'll just bullshit my way through then. So, I'm gonna fly to Cortondo real quick, see who's the gym leader there again, and then I'll just do that. Unless the game can actually determine, hey, who they take damage from most or who they lose to most. In which case, oh no, I did not memorize any of that. Okay, but who works at the Cortando gym? Who's the gym leader in Cortando? There has to be a way to check, right? They wouldn't screw you over like that, would they? Can't interact with that. Wait. Where's the ice area again? Okay, so Montenervera is the ice place. Or one of them anyway. Okay, yeah, the candles tell me this is where I fought the ghost gym leader. Who I absolutely wrecked, but... Can I still... No, I can't still talk to her. Whatever, I'm sure I'll remember her name when I look through the list. At least I hope. Oh boy. I truly will be upset, though, if I have to, like, remember the gym leader I lost to most. Because if that's the case, that's so dumb. Alrighty. Let's skim through these questions again. Yes, Rika, I know. I don't like this whole interview thing. I came by flying taxi. Very good, very good. Neuronha Academy. What brings you to the Pokemon League? I came to become a champion. Why else would you be here, I suppose? What do you intend to do if you become a champion? I want to find treasure. I see, interesting. Tell me, which of the 8 gym badges have you the most difficulty? Alright. I'm sure when I look through the list of names, I can remember which one was the ghost one. Oh yeah, Rhyme, because of the rap battle, duh. I'm glad you seem to remember. But do you remember which type of Pokemon Rhyme used? Ghost. It was Ghost. Wonderful. Also, by the way, I have a crappy memory, so this was a dick move. Voting the skills needed for the champion assessment is no small feat. You must have met a lot of Pokemon to get here, Ethan. What was the category of the Pokemon you chose to be your first partner? The Grass Cat Pokemon. Can't forget that. Very good, very good. Now, please forgive me, but I'm going to repeat a previous question. Remind me, what do you intend to do if you become a champion? I want to find treasure. Ah, yes, that's right. Next is the final question for this interview. Oh, for a second I thought they were gonna try and contradict me and say, well, actually what you told Nimona is that you want to be strong. How can you ask someone that? Yes. Yes, discount Professor Rowan, I do like Pokemon. Good job, kiddo. That about wraps up the interview. And let me be the first to congratulate you, Ethan. You just passed the first part of the champion assessment. Honestly, I don't know why you bungled it before. But anyway, time to switch gears and get ready for the next segment. The second segment is what we call the Elite Test. And you'll be facing the Elite Four in Pokemon battles. I guess that's pretty obvious from the name of the test, huh? Anyway, we're the best the league has to offer. You'll be facing us 4 in a row, no turning back. This won't be a cakewalk, I promise you that. Make sure you're all ready, then go into the room behind me. Oh boy. I don't have any revives, so... But I always do a test run of the Elite Four. Is this ice or water? The room's blue, so it's probably one of the two. Hello? Do you tell me what type of Pokemon you use? Now then, let's get this started, eh? Let good ol' Rika be the first of the Elite Four to take you on. I'd say I'll go easy on you, but I'd be lying. Think fast. So I just have to guess. What type do you use? Okay, it's gonna be either water or ground. Got it. I finally get to battle you. I've been looking forward to this, so don't give up too soon. Please be ground. The room's blue, so it's probably water, but like, I would love if it was ground and they just had fucking Bertha's team. Come on, do you have a Hippowdon? Camrupt. Wait, I'm scared of Earthquake, though. Yeah, I'll stick with Joker. Because I'm scared of Earthquake, but I'm also scared of, like, a fire move. Energy Ball. And we'll just see how it goes. Yawn. Okay, one more energy ball, and hopefully it dies. Okay, good. What's next? Dawn Fan. This is easier than I thought it would be. Aura Sphere. No time for Calm Mind. It knows Earthquake. Every ground type in this game knows Earthquake. Oh boy. Please wake up, Joker. Come on. Poison Jab. Come on. Alright, Flower Trick should do it. Yeah! Okay. Shadow wants to learn Flare Blitz. I mean, it's a recoil move, but maybe. Okay, let's see. 50 power, 120 power. HP 165. The user cloaks itself in fire and charges the target to inflict damage. This also damages the user quite a lot and may leave the target with a burn. I'll put it over Thrash, but that's it. Hurricane. The user attacks by wrapping the target in Fierce Wind. This may also confuse the target. Holy... Forget Roost. 2 electric moves, 2 flying moves. That's what I want. Doug Trio. Now, obviously, I'm going to be healing. Normally I don't heal on test runs, but I feel like I may be able to get past at least 2 members. Ooh, Sandstorm. Energy Ball. Alright. Claude Sire. Impressive, you really are something else, kiddo. I know I am. Alright. Time to show that baby who's boss. Quoting a meme, not calling that. Let's finish this. Go on, Clodsire. Shake things up a bit. Get fucked. Oh, that's amazing. I thought it would live that, honestly. Simply because it terastallized. Not bad, kiddo. Yeah, give me that money. Talk about unfair. No way was I ever gonna win that one. Still, though, what a great battle. Felt good even to lose. Not a whole lot of trainers have the skill to make it past the elite test. But who knows? I'm beginning to think you might be one of the few that do, Ethan. Better stay on your toes, though. The second of the Elite Four is stronger than me. You're up next, Squirt. Come on out. No. Oh wow, did you lose Rika? Yeah, I did. He's no pushover, let me tell you. I'll be watching from the side. Avenge me if you can, eh? You bet I will. Kid, I can punt you across the room. Based on the outfit, I'm going to guess maybe ice? Actually, not yet. I want to see. Can I talk to Rika? Damn it. Well, time to go with my gut. It's so cool you made it this far, but this is where you say bye-bye, mister. All my Pokemon are super tough. Your weak attacks won't work on them at all. They'll bounce right off, you'll see. I can't wait for you to meet my friends, so here they come. If she has a Wobbuffet... Oh, she uses steel types. That is an aggressive child. Raging Bull. Oh no. Wait, I survived that? Raging Bull again. I'm not risking it. Corviknight. One of my favorite flying types, actually. Okay, so I don't know, like, what that Corviknight could know other than, like, Steel Wing Pluck. Oh god, Drill Peck. Alrighty. Oh no, Brave Bird. I'm convinced even without revives I can get through this. Use Steel Wing or something. Why are you using Brave Bird? I'm no longer convinced I can do this without revives. Okay, it's part flying type. What can I do with an electric move? Is it neutral, or is it super effective? It is super effective. Magnezone. Alright. Time to test out Hurricane. Oh, it's a critical hit. I was gonna say, for a not very effective move, that did a decent amount. Ha, it hurt itself in confusion. Rose could use the XP. And it's better than using Stripe. Oh no. Light screen. Hit itself in confusion, please. Yes! Misty terrain. Now you can't paralyze me. Oh, it's using its own light screen, huh? Draining Kiss. Oh, right, because it's part steel. I didn't think that through. Well, there's death. What? I didn't realize just how useful light screen was. Okay. I didn't want to swap in Joker before because I wanted to save his health, but... Yeah, I wasn't taking that still type thing into consideration. Energy Ball. This is not looking good. Okay, Magnezone is down. Bronzong. Okay. I need to heal. Joker needs to be healed. A Hyper Potion should do it. Crunch. Please miss. Ah, it didn't. If it missed, I could have Stealth Rocked. Anyway, I got Night Slash. Tinkaton. Is that part Fairy type? I don't know. It might be. I'm switching in Stripe. I'm not scared, my last Pokemon will turn things around. It's time to get dressed up all pretty, Tinky. Paralysis? Oh. Oh my. Hurricane. Confuse it. Are you serious? I couldn't pull either of those off? Talk about bad luck. Flower trick. Steel hard Pokemon always get a solid victory, so I'm gonna win. Gigaton Hammer? What? Oh no. Okay. So I know it's, for the first two, it's ground and steel. That's good to know. Also, I swear, if I have to do the interview thing all over again, that's gonna be so annoying. Yes, I'm ready. Okay, it skips the interview. Good. Now then, let's get this started, eh? I'd say I'll be going easy on you, but I'd be lying. I finally get to battle you. I've been looking forward to this, so don't you give up too soon. Me give up in a Pokemon game? What do you take me for? I don't know. Can I Terrastalize in every fight, or can I only Terrastalize in one of them? That's what's really getting me here. Oh no. Just hit. Okay, Dawn Fan. Bag. Max Potion. I think I outspeed. Ooh, so close. Oh, now I'm just screwed. Lucario outspeeds though, right? Yeah. No, none of my Pokemon need extreme speed. What? Aurasphere not super effective on Diglett? Excuse me? Isn't it like rock ground or pure ground or something? I remember fighting being super effective against Diglett and Dugtrio. Am I just going crazy? Moonblast it, and that should do the trick, if I survive. Clodsire. Get a light screen in there if I can. What? Well, that's death. Can't use Earthquake on what it can't touch. That sounded better in my head. There's the confusion. Liquidation? Dual Wing Beat. Oh, you're kidding me. It hit itself in confusion and then avoided my attack. Now hit yourself in confusion. I love RNG sometimes. Only sometimes, though. Other times it can actually be really annoying. skip through all that text. I still cannot believe I have to face a literal baby in the Elite Four. Who really aren't even all that elite, honestly. Not at all, but, you know, I don't have revives to use, so... kinda have to say yes. Alright. But honestly, I wasn't expecting her to have steel types. I was guessing either ice or, like, maybe ghost. Terrestrialize. Because I'll be honest, I'm not gonna win this one without Terrestrialization. Bronze on. It lived that? Ooh, but I lived that. No full restore? Really? It's got Brave Bird, which scares me. I just have to hope this one hits it. Miss? Alright, I keep forgetting I become solely a fire type because of this. It forgets my fighting type. Magnezone. Alrighty. Bag. Max Potion. Shadow. Damn. Game really did me like that. Raging Bull. Because any other move will basically fuck me over. Nice light screen. Unfortunately, it won't matter. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna see what I can do about that Tinkaton of yours. I do outspeed now, though. I know that for a fact, because I've used Flame Charge like 2-3 times. So close. Flame Charge. Alright. On to the third member. Just starts crying. I wanted to take revenge on you, Rika. Pretty sure you mean take revenge for me, Squirt. Don't think I did anything wrong by you. Hate to say it, but you lost, Poppy. Better call the next guy. Oh, that's right, I haven't had to do this in a long time. It's your turn, Mr. Larry. So Larry is in the Elite Four. Why is he both an Elite Four member and a gym leader, though? I don't like that. Hello there, it's me, Larry. Yeah, no, this isn't gonna go well. I know I'll lose whether I heal or not. So, you made it this far. I serve as a member of the Elite Four too, yes, unfortunately for me. At my gym, I use normal-type Pokemon since I feel they have a lot in common with me. But, well, the boss told me to use a different type here. So if you have any complaints, please take them up with La Primera. I will! Anyway, time to get to work. I like how Larry's just portrayed as just some dude, basically. Okay, this raises question. Grass or flying? I'll be trying my... Okay, flying type. That said, this is still grass, so... Alrighty. All it's doing is powering up my flame charge. Yeah, I have a feeling I should have all my Pokemon to like around level 60. Of course, give me a dragon. Sure. I totally don't mind that. Honestly, I'm gonna see if I can take him. I'm flying, so there's no way it's gonna earthquake me. It's gotta have Dragon Dance, though. Moonblast? A dragon type using a fairy move? Excuse me? There we go. Oh, I wasted a full restore. Yeah, this... Not looking too good. Also, I made it this far into the game, and, I still have yet to get Koraidon as a usable Pokemon. I do not like that. I feel like I should have him as a usable Pokemon by now. And I do not. And that makes me feel like I did something wrong. Yeah, I think I should have all my Pokemon like around level 60 when I'm doing this. Oh wow, almost all of them are around that level. I just need to strategize better, I guess. Put away held item. Let's put it on Lucario, since he's now the lowest level member of our team somehow. Actually, I need to check again to see, can I buy, like, revives or anything yet? I can. Oh, it costs 30,000, so I'm paying with league points. Oh, full heals aren't that much. Pay with cash. Get 5 more max potions. Pay with league points. Alright. And now, we do this to win. Not just for the practice. Alright, Rika, I'm ready for you. Now then, let's get this started, eh? Let good ol' Rika be the first of the Elite Four to take you on. I'd say I'll go easy on you, but I'd be lying. Think fast. This is the attempt. I can feel it. I finally get to battle you. I've been looking forward to this, so don't you give up too soon. And now that I know I get to terrestrialize again at the beginning of all of these... time to take down this whole team. Also, I'm sure I was expected to have a water type on my team for this. Ha! Next up is Dawn Fan. And then I'll level up at least 2 Pokemon. Ooh. Nice. Ah, it has Sturdy, that's why. Oh wow. Won't matter for too long. Energy Ball. Yeah, let him send out Clodsire. Impressive, you really are something else, kiddo. Full restore. Let's fin this. Go on, Clodsire, shake things up a bit. Now it's gonna use Earthquake, but I should survive. Things are about to get shaky. Imagine if Earthquake could miss. I'm actually not sure whether or not it can. It would be hilarious if it could, though. Motherfucker just used Protect? Just go down. Big bang attack. Oh no, I'm so scared. You used Earthquake on a freaking level 62 grass type. Is this seriously their strategy? Aw, so close to getting Stripe to level up there. Not bad, kiddo. Talk about unfair. No way was I ever gonna win that one. Still though, what a great battle. Felt good even to lose. Not a whole lot of trainers have the skill to make it past the elite test, but who knows? I'm beginning to think you might be one of the few that do, Ethan. Better stay on your toes though, the second of the Elite Four is stronger than me. You're up next, Squirt, come on out. Coming! Oh wow, did you lose Rika? Yeah, I did. He's no pushover, let me tell you. I'll be watching from the side. Avenge me if you can, eh? You bet I will. Super potion. Okay, maybe a normal potion or two. Yeah, good enough. And now we want to start with Shadow. Yes, I am ready. It's so cool you made it this far, but this is where you say bye-bye, mister. All my Pokemon are super tough. Your weak attacks won't work on them at all. They'll bounce right off, you'll see. I can't wait for you to meet my friends, so here they come. Alright. Go on, Raja, smush 'em. Raging Bull. What's that Bronzong gonna do? Use Psychic? Alright. Corviknight. Which is the only one I'm really afraid of at the moment, but I'm pure Fire type now. So if it uses Brave Bird, well, the recoil will probably kill it. Alright, Magnezone is next. How much does Flame Charge do? A good amount. Come on. Already on to Tinkaton. I'm not scared, my last Pokemon will turn things around. Will it, though? It's time to get dressed up all pretty, Tinky. I wonder if Nemona's part of the Elite Four. There's no way, right? Because Gita is the champion, I believe. I'm gonna try to say that. Wah, I wanted to take revenge on you, Rika. Pretty sure you mean take revenge for me, Squirt. Don't think I did anything wrong by you. Hate to say it, but you lost, Poppy. Better call the next guy. Oh, that's right, I haven't had to do this in a long time. It's your turn, Mr. Larry. Hello there, it's me, Larry. Bag. Super potion. Go to our normal potions. Actually, no, I do want to start with Shadow and then switch to Stripe. That would probably be the best idea here. Yes, I'm ready. So, you made it this far. I serve as a member of the Elite Four too, yes. Unfortunately for me, at my gym I use normal-type Pokemon, since I feel they have a lot in common with me. But, well, the boss told me to use different type here. So if you have any complaints, please take them up with La Primaria. Anyway, time to get to work. Alright. I won't lose to that Tropius of yours this time. Well, I'll be trying my hand with Flying-type Pokemon this time. Alright. Flame Charge. Ah, I flinched and couldn't move. Okay, hear me out. It's probably gonna try Air Slash again, which will be not very effective on Gerard, and then I'll get a Rock Slide in. Yep, called it. I know how the AI works. Oh shit, and because of Sunny Day, that works right away. RIP. Just had to outspeed. Well, it's worth a shot. Or not. Discharge. There's Altaria. And I just got an idea. Dragon Pulse. I knew I could rely on Aura there. Next up is Staraptor. I think I know what his ace Pokemon is. Oricorio. I hope I outspeed it. Okay, I do, so Electrobell will be. What? What? The hell was that? I don't... Game, you're scaring me. Light screen. Come on, just pull off light screen. You can do it. Damn it. Come on. I'm counting on you, Rose. Damn Damn it. Whatever, I'll just use the revives now. Hyper Potion on Rose real quick. Motherfucker spams. Do you know more than like 2 moves, sir? Oh my god. Rose! Stop hitting yourself in confusion. I just want to put up a light screen game. Thank you. Hyper Potion. You know, I know it's the Elite Four, so like I expect it to be hard, but like this is more annoying. I'm convinced this Oricorio only knows 2 moves. I'll probably have to look it up before bed. Seriously, use a different fucking move. Oh, lordies. Alright, I think he's on to his last Pokemon. Flamigo. And it's gonna become a pure flying type. Even stronger than before. Guess I don't get a break today. Larry sent out Flamigo. Sadly, I can't terrestrialize anymore, but I can still use Discharge. At the risk of messing up my suit a bit, it's time to get some wind at our brakes. Ooh, that was good. Alright, finish it with Electro Ball. Alright, this is as far as we've made it. I don't know what's next. Well, that took the wind from under our wings. You're a lot stronger than I recall. No wonder La Premiere likes you. Now then, I suppose the final member of the Elite Four is next. It's your turn, Hazel. Now, where could he be? Don't think he heard you, Larry. Come on in, Hassel. Larry, you may need to speak up just a little bit more. Hassel? Hassel, you're up next. Look at this dude. Hello there, Ethan. It delights me to see you here. As for you, Larry, I see you made Rika do the shouting again, To be fair, I can relate to that. Alright, bag. Hyper Potion. Hyper Potion. Revive. Hyper Potion again. And I don't know what typing he's going to use, but I'm gonna take a guess and say he probably uses electric types, and I'm solely going off of the color of his hair, not gonna lie. I was, of course, absolutely certain you would make it to me eventually. Young sprouts truly do grow with astounding speed, yes, but I never for a moment imagined we would be facing each other so soon. Now, a teacher's duty is to guide students and aid their growth, but I think I shall forget about my role as a teacher for a moment, and wield all my might for the sole purpose of defeating you. I am Hassel, the dragon guarding the final fortress of the elite test, prepared to learn firsthand how the fiery breath of ferocious battle feels. So he's a dragon type user. Interesting. Show me everything you've got. I shall face you with my full strength. Well, I'm outsped. Avoided the... Oh, fuck you. You know, I'm just gonna take a risk here. Come on. Rock Tune. Dragalge. Alright. Time for our Dragon Killer. Light Screen. Ooh, came prepared, did you? This isn't looking too good. I knew I could take that hit. Now I just need to full restore. And as long as Misty Terrain is there, I cannot be poisoned again, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Hydro Pump. Neat. How about a Moon Blast? Oh, no, that light screen is not allowed to wear off. Light screen is the only thing between me and defeat. Draining Kiss. I won't get much HP back, but it's worth it. Yeah, I got like 2 HP back. Haxorus. Alright. Oh, I was not expecting that. I really hope it doesn't have Earthquake, or else I'm screwed here. Dragon Pulse. Light screen wore off, damn. Flapple. I still can't believe they made a dragon type and then just turned it into an apple. Oh, I should have expected that. Oh, it's a critical hit, though. I should be able to finish it off real quick, though. Night Slash should do it. Excalibur. I believe that's a new one. Only a little more until you pass. Don't let up. Alrighty. Come, O great dragon, and take a Terrajol as your crown. Okay, that's actually kind of a cool hat. No, Joker. We're gonna have to make a sacrifice here to get Rose back at full health. I hope a hyper potion is enough. I think it is, but no point in letting this drag on. Behold, the power to overwhelm everything. Alright, let's see what I can do. Max potion. Just please have it miss its next attack on me. Really, game? The game is not making this easy. Because I'm sure this thing outspeeds me too. I swear to God, if it only knows, like, 2 moves, that's gonna be so bullshit. Can the move not fucking miss? Because I know it outspeeds me. I need to have full health for when I attack it. Oh my God. Why did nobody tell me how bullshit this is? How many power points does he have? Brick break, good. Draining kiss. I just need to use Draining Kiss. Moonblast. Oh my god, I cannot believe he just spams. The mighty dragon has been felled. You really did it. Oh, wow. Huh. Well, wonderful. I'm so proud of you. Aw, don't cry, Grandpa Hassel. There, want a hug? Sorry about all this, Ethan. The old man can get like that sometimes. So what I do, I just so overwhelmed. Guess I've got to do the talking. Anyway, your result for the elite test of the champion assessment is a pass, no doubt about it. Yeah, you're tougher than steel. Yup. You did so beautifully. Congratulations. I'd say you're good to go, but there's actually just a wee bit more to the champion assessment. This will be your final trial. See the door back there? Our fearless commander, the final opponent you face for your test, is waiting beyond it. Her skills are so amazing she was able to strong-arm all of us into joining the Elite Four. You won't find a mightier champion. Though I think you'll do fine, kiddo. You beat me after all. I'll patch up your team, on the house, so don't lose, you hear? Oh my god. I actually kinda like that. I really love your Pokemon, mister. So I'll cheer for you as hard as I can. Well, good luck. Even a baby dragon can breathe fire. Whoa, guess you got over your sobs, huh? You can do this. We all know you can. Now go, young Ethan. Your hands may be small, but let them seize a great victory. I don't like the phrasing of that. Alrighty, you know, I'm kinda thinking my Pokemon should be higher level than this, and that scares me. The fact that I think that. But whoo boy. I don't know what to expect. I'll lead with Rose, just to be safe. Oh, no, I am not at all. I do not know a single one of Gita's Pokemon. And from my knowledge, she's not gonna stick to one single type. Because I don't think any past champion has, right? Well, except for maybe in the Gen 3 Holland games. Welcome, Ethan. It gives me great joy that you've managed to make it all the way to the pinnacle of the Pokemon League. The final test is a battle against me, the top champion. To pass, all you need to do is win. But before we get started, I should apologize for one thing. You see, I have a trait that some might say is inappropriate for the League chairwoman. I am utterly incapable of holding back when it comes to Pokemon battles. Maybe that's why nobody's passed this test recently. It's a bit of a problem, to be honest. But you might manage something wonderful like Champion Nimona did. So, are you ready for your final test? I want to see the true measure of your talent. Oh no. The song. Is this a Gen 1 remix? I can't tell if this is a remix of Blue's theme or not. Also, geez, if her lowest level Pokemon is gonna be like 61, that scares me. That doesn't kill, does it? Oh no. And it crit. Oh, critical hit. Poor thing. Really, Gita? That's your reaction? Oh, what do you know? I got a critical hit. Too bad. Okay, so I want Dark-type moves on it. See, I had a gut feeling to lead with Meowscarada, but I was thinking, nah, there's no way. Yes, that was the correct decision in this situation. Please continue. You're kidding me. I'm fighting the champion. I'm at the very end of the game. And I'm congratulated for getting a super effective move. I'm not a fucking toddler, game. I'm pretty sure even people who have this as their first Pokemon game would learn by now. Yeah, I got the super effective thing. I got some of these type advantages down. Also, I've really never fought a Go-Go in this, huh? Dual Wing Beat. Oh, screw you. There. I want to know what type her terrestrialized Pokemon will be. A King Gambit. Interesting. Supreme Overlord? Fucking excuse me? So, I don't know the exact typing for King Gambit, but I'm wondering if it's part Dark type. Hyper Potion on Stripe. Holy... Hurricane. Please get a Confuse on it. Shit. What's the matter? You're not one to let someone so insignificant fluster you. Hmm. It's part steel type, right? Knew it. Wait, no, no. I mean, I outspeed, right? What's next? Shadow wants to learn close combat? I thought you'd never ask. Forget double kick. I actually will not give it to Aura. Joker wants to learn Leaf Storm? Let's see, what's Leaf Storm? 130 power. The user whips up a storm of leaves around the target. The recoil from this move harshly lowers the user's special attack stat. So, does recoil just mean the stat specifically, or like the stat in health, though? I'll put it over Energy Ball. Avalug. Wait, no. Avalug is the ice one, right? If I had not played Legends Arceus, I would have thought Avalug was a dragon-type Pokemon. Please survive. Raging Bull. Okay, I outspeed. Good. That's death, isn't it? Come on, Aura. I believe in you. Yeah! The power of trust. Stone Edge? Let's go. Forget Rock Tomb. Veluza, I do not know that one. I will send in Gerard and Stealth Rock. Or if I do know that Pokemon, I don't remember it. It's that. Crunch. Shit, I thought that'd do it. I outspeed, just get this to hit. No. I thought I outsped enough. Flower Trick. That's guaranteed to kill it. Truly a devastating blow. That deserves a standing ovation. I do not know what a Glamora is. Don't think you've won just yet. I'm unsure if I even will win at all. That thing actually scares me. What typing are you gonna make it? Be the light that guides all trainers, Glamora. I want to say that's rock or ground. Oh shit. I hope it doesn't have anything super effective against Aura. It does. Oh. Please don't spam it. Did they bring back the smart AI from Gen 1? Okay, Rose, please outspeed. Shit. This isn't working out how I thought it would at all. This is how you're supposed to unleash a move. This is what it takes to be at the top. Oh no. Because I'm thinking of light screen and then like a full health Meowscarada might be able to do this. If I can get it to run out of power points on the poison move. But I don't... Oh, Terra Blast is also a problem. Hyper Potion. I just don't know if I can take 2 hits from it. Ooh. Because I know this is our last Pokemon, but that means if I lose here... Shit. Max potion. Please use something that's not super effective. You motherfucker. No! I had it all, and then I lost it all. This is gonna be a long episode. Unless, I wonder if it takes me right back to Gita. I highly doubt it, but I kinda hope it does, because, my lord. I need to stock up on all this stuff again. Pay with league points. I'd like to sell. Oh boy. Well, no matter what, Joker's gonna stay at the front of my party here. Yes. Oh, do I go straight to Gita? Please. Yes! Yes! Welcome, Ethan. It gives me great joy that you've managed to make it all the way to the pinnacle of the Pokemon League. The final test is a battle against me, the top champion. To pass, all you need to do is win. But before we get started, I should apologize for one thing. You see, I have a trait that some might say is inappropriate for the league chairwoman. I am utterly incapable of holding back when it comes to Pokemon battles. Maybe that's why nobody's passed this test recently. It's a bit of a problem, to be honest. But you might manage something wonderful like Champion Nimona did. So, are you ready for your final test? I want to see the true measure of your talent. You're challenged by top champion Gita. I do hope you can defeat me and become a champion yourself. Bitch, you have no clue. Yes, that was the correct decision. I know. Truly devastating blow. Okay, I got both those out of the way. Anyway, she has pissed me off. I got to her final Pokemon, and then she just wrecked me. But now that I know how to take care of all her Pokemon... Oh shit, it avoided the attack. Hit. Okay. Ooh, and I got the confusion on it. That's perfect. Dull Wing Beat. King Gambit, okay. Which means it's time to bring Shadow out. Close combat. Gita has no idea how upset she's made me. Close combat. What's the matter? You're not one to let something so insignificant fluster you. Hoo boy. I'll show you just what I'm made of. God, I keep forgetting what Veluza is. I just get caught up fighting everything else. Oh right, it's the thing that's weak to my dark moves. Crunch. Survive, please. Okay, can I please get a crunch and an outspeed? Damn it, it used Aqua Jet. I wish they would have given a more memorable name. Night Slash. Alright. Don't think you've won just yet. You have no idea. Leaf Storm. Be the light that guides all trainers, Glamora. Alright. Suck it. You go beyond my imagination so easily. Such overwhelming power, such amazing skill. It seems Paldea has gained another wonderful trainer to be proud of. Congratulations, it's my honor to call you champion, Ethan. Congratulations is right. Now I can really say you're good to go. Yay, you did it, mister. Congratulations. Just amazing. I can't hold it in anymore. Oof, crying again? You Pokemon trainers are the treasure of Paldea. And amid that treasure, champions are the jewels that shine brightest. Champion Ethan, it is now your duty to set an example for all of the trainers of Paldea. Now, allow me to walk you back to the entrance. I'm certain you'll find a familiar face awaiting you. Nemona. Ethan. Oh man, I can tell just looking at you. You did it, right? You became a champion? Yes. Haha, I knew all along. I got word from Lord Primera when you cleared the elite test. Oh man, Ethan, I'm a champion and now you're a champion. Which means we're true equals, you and me, both champion ranked trainers. This is amazing. Now that you've made it here, I've got one thing to say. Let's you and me be best rivals for life. You know what? Yeah, sure. Yes, Tomaya. Alright, you know what rivals do? Battle their absolute hearts out. I'm gonna hit you with everything this time. You ready? Do wait a moment, Champion Nemona. Huh? What's the matter, Primera? The champion assessment has only just ended. I believe a rest is in order for Champion Ethan, Meowscarada, and the others. Champions must be understanding toward their opponents. Right. There I go, getting overexcited again. Sorry, Ethan and Meowscarada. I also must ask, is this roadside really the setting you two want for your first battle as true equals and rivals? Now that you mention it, that's a good point. In that case, we can use one of the Pokemon League battle courts. Surely there's somewhere more fitting, a place with special meaning for the two of you, perhaps. Special meaning, huh? Let me see. Anywhere leap to mind, Ethan? I guess it was out behind her house when we first battled. Our beach out back, huh? Yeah, the place where we had our first battle might work. But on the other hand, to me it's just kind of my backyard, you know? A little ordinary. Any place else come to mind? Well, we can't exactly just do it in the middle of Mesagoza, from my knowledge, so the Treasure Eatery? The Treasure Eatery? Is it significant to the two of you somehow? Ah, are you thinking of it because it's got the Medeli Gym's battle court? I guess it does bring back memories of Larry. Larry may not appreciate the surprise visit. If you've any other suitable places in mind, would you prioritize them instead, please? Mesagoza? Ooh, good call. The place where we set out on our journey. That reminds me, Ethan. Remember back when Director Clavel explained the treasure hunt? You know, how he told us to go in search of our own treasure? Well, I know what treasure I got out of all this. I found a true rival, someone who can stand up to me at my full capabilities. That's right, I mean you. I'm so glad I got to meet you, Ethan. Anyway, that being said, I'll be waiting for you at the battle court in Mezagoza's Central Plaza. See you there. The respect you two share is palpable, even a bit enviable, to be honest. I'm known as La Primera, but even when facing me in the final test of her champion assessment, Champion Nimona didn't reveal her full might. In you, I suspect she has found someone she can battle without holding anything back. Yeah, I do need to heal. Didn't know if the game auto-healed me. Oh boy! No credits rolled, though. Which surprises me. Like, I just figured after beating Gita, credits would have rolled. Maybe after beating Nimona and then the credits roll? Unless they don't roll till I beat the post-game, which would be kinda dumb, but... Set as destination. Let's go. Any second now. Ah, there you are, Ethan. You ready for a battle between champions? Because all these folks here seem to watch word got around, I guess. And out of every single person gathered here, I'm the most excited by a mile. The stage is set. It's my all-out power versus your strength in full fruition. Let's see who comes out on top. Alright, Nimona, give me what Gita couldn't. Finally, the thing I've waited for all this time for. Time to begin our greatest battle of all. Let's go. To think I helped teach you type matchups and now you're using them to put the hurt on me. You didn't teach me shit. I'm self-taught. Swap in Gerard. Stealth Rock. Wait, what? Well, that was certainly unexpected. How do you like my real hard hits? Man, it feels good to finally let loose. Yeah, I guess Stripe would be the best choice then. Hurricane. Ooh, Goodra. Rose, it's your time to shine. Moonblast. It really had to poison. I kinda like how this is going, though. Ah, you're kidding me. I'm just gonna hope I can take one more hit. Yeah, the poison's not gonna kill. Earthworm. I never did catch one of those, did I? Full restore again. Oh, thank the lords. Can I get in a light screen? Guess not. But I know what I can do. I can give Shadow more time to shine. Raging Bull. Oh no. See that crit? I clinched that through sheer determination to win. Close combat. Dude unsparse, huh? I think I remember how I took one of those down before. Ha. I win. Because now she should be down to just Quackovo. Which means it's time to send in Joker. It's all down to this, my last Pokemon. We're gonna fight with everything we've got. Let's go. Shine blazingly bright, my greatest treasure. Alright, let's see who outspeeds who. I go first as always. And like always, my starter just solos. Easy. But also a pretty good fight. Did she just dab? Is she crying? You did it. This is legit incredible. You're the strongest out there, Ethan. I mean, you knocked me flat, and I was giving you absolutely everything I had. Everything I... Oh man, Pokemon battling, am I right? It's so much better, so much more fun than ever I even knew. Thanks for that incredible match. Arm wrestling intensifies. Let's give ourselves a minute to have a quick break, Ethan. Before round 2. Which Pokemon should I bring out this time? Decisions. Victory Road complete. Yo, Arvin here. Whoa, damn boy, don't jump up like that. Seems like hearing your voice has old Mabostiff here all worked up, Ethan. Oh, but that's not why I called. Nearly forgot. You remember what we talked about before? About going to Area 0? Yup. Course you do. You little know-it-all. Got a mind like a steel trap, eh? Well, all the effort you've been putting in around Paldea has really helped you make a name for yourself. Build up some goodwill, that's for sure. So I've been able to secure 2 allies who want to go to Area 0 with us. That should have us ready to tackle anything. So now we've all just gotta get there. First step will be gathering at Area 0. I'll be ready and waiting at the 0 gate. I'll send you the location on your phone, too. Don't leave me hanging forever. Dang, that actually looks really cool. We'll be waiting. And just like that, that's it for this episode. This is AuraMaster, and I've become the Paldean Champion.